Perfect. So, as many of you know, we do these live Zoom calls Monday nights to get together, more intimate type of team huddle, and just to share some updates maybe you haven't been aware of, and then go through some recognition, and then a positive message or a valuable tip or beneficial message about our funding, our brokerage, our company, and how to get after specific activities, specific subjects of the business. So, without further ado, guys, my name is Nick Duhane. For you, those who may be just joining in, I'm an independent broker with DAC, been part of DAC for 7 years now, but really got into DAC about 5 years ago. And I really saw the value in this company and the leadership starting from David Rutz, the founder, and the true passion behind our company to serve business owners. And at the same time, to provide an opportunity, a unique opportunity for brokers just like us to earn significant income and provide for our families and provide for whatever financial goal we may have set out for us. That's what DAC is. We're here. We're making a huge impact. There's a culture behind DAC that's building every day. Many of you see it on the DAC huddles every day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And I saw back then what this company was about. And ever since, all I can say is it's incredible to see how DAC has evolved in a positive way, how DAC has grown, has improved, the systems in place, the leading industry business funding platform that no one has in the country. We have it. The Spanish speaking market in Puerto Rico, we have it. No one else opened up the market there. The whole Spanish speaking side of our support team, of our Bank Breezy team to support Spanish speaking business owners, right? It's incredible to see where DAC has gone from then to now and where we're going to be in several years. And those who stick with it and don't give up and keep persisting and keep applying themselves here, um, you within a couple of years, you guys will have a thriving business, and you guys will have helped and served business owners yourselves. But most importantly, those who are here to be local leaders and to open up their local market and expand into regional markets and then national markets, those will have a thriving business and will will earn significantly six figures, seven figures annually. Um, I that's what I'm my objective is my goal is to help brokers on my team earn $50,000 a year, $100,000, $500,000. I literally have that objective in place as a goal to help brokers. My brokers on my team, that's you guys, right? The ones that want to commit, that want to reach their goals and want to have those as their goals. I want to help you reach that. So just know that's who you have as support. My father, Matthew Duhame, is my enroller. So you guys are on that team, and we're all in it together with the same mission to serve business owners locally, regionally, and make that large impact nationally with our team building. So that's a little bit about me, about where I stand, what I want for all of you, and those who show commitment. I'm willing to invest, as many of you know. I'm willing to invest an hour and a half on the phone with you, doing phone calls, doing a game plan with brokers you bring on. I am 100% invested in that to help you grow your business to what you want it to be. So, guys, without further ado, I just wanted to mention a quick update in case you guys were not aware of this. For to mention to brokers if you have on your team the business funding training, the business funding training. So that used to be on the DAC Resource Center, the Broker Resource Center. What DAC is going to be doing now is transitioning all training material to the LMS, right? To the LMS. So the business funding training now can be located at the LMS, the Learning Management System. So where you receive your certification, You simply go to that website, or you teach your brokers that come on to go to that website, get their certification, and then once they're certified, to go through the business funding training through the LMS, which is going to be right there on the top right of the screen, right up, right under the course list. They hover their mouse over that course list. It's going to drop down product training. Click on the product training, and it's going to take them right there to the business funding training to go through. So everything moving forward, the compensation training is already located there, and now the business funding training is located there. Moving forward, all training videos are going to be found right there in the LMS. So that is what the one update I wanted to let you guys know in case you didn't hear that on last Friday's call. And now I just wanted to jump into a quick recognition for those who brought on some brokers in the past week. So starting from last Monday to yesterday, I just want to start off with 1 second. Want to start off with right now, Marquita Herbin. All right, Marquita, congratulations. Two new brokers from last Monday to yesterday. Within that week, two new brokers. Marquita, congratulations. I want to also mention Reggie Pratt. Reggie Pratt, congratulations with two new brokers within the last week. And then Janisha Ray. Janisha Ray, congratulations with one new broker within the last week. So, congratulations, guys. Just wanted to share that recognition real quick because that's what it's all about. Those who are going after the big picture and want to make a huge impact in their community are those who are going to start to build and bring on local brokers to help with that cause, to help serve all of those businesses in your local communities and then the neighboring communities. And then your local market is going to know who you are and who your team of brokers are as well. So congratulations, guys. Way to go on bringing on those new brokers, and it's going to continue to grow from there. So here's where I wanted to transition for today's message. And now we're in the holiday, we're here in the holiday week, Christmas right around the corner, and we all have things that we're organizing, we're scheduling with family. Things can be very hectic this time of year. Things can be very stressful. Things can be for some very, it's a sad time of the year, or it can be a jolly time, a happy time of the year, right? So, for those of you who may encounter this time of the year as a difficult time of year, I just lift you guys all up in prayer to get through this and for many blessings to be presented to you guys for anyone going through a tough time now this time of year. And I pray you get through this, you find strength. I pray you find the way to find to find count any blessings you may have in your life, and just know as a family, as a DAC family, I'm here for anything you may, if you're someone watching this and you're going through something and you just want to speak to someone, just know that I'm here to talk with you, no matter what it is. Just know that you're not alone, and that's the beauty about DAC and the community that's been built here is that support. Not only in the business, but we all understand things that happen in life, and if that's you, just know that you're not alone. If you ever want to speak to me, you have my contact information. So reach out, feel free. It's not a bother. I'm here to help. And transitioning into this week, aside from that, it is a busy week for a lot of business owners in our industry. And there are a lot of business owners that need funding now or are strategizing for 2026, right? They're either in reflection mode. I shared this on my DAC huddle. Reflection mode, they're thinking about the things that could have improved. What happened this year? They're thinking about what could have been better. How could have they dealt with this situation? What caused them from growing? What caused them from profiting more? They're reflecting. Some are in survival mode. They're trying to get through this period, this season of winter. Sometimes business slows down this time of year. So they're trying to see how they can get through this winter season. And then some are in strategy mode. Strategy mode are those business owners that have reflected and are already planning and strategizing their 2026. They already are thinking, okay, I could have I could have done this and this in 2025. This is what prevented my growth. This is what prevented my expansion or prevented my crew or my employees from benefiting more. They've already reflected, and now they're going to change. They're strategizing on, okay, in 2026, I need this to change in order to profit more. I need this to change in order to grow and expand and take my business there or to the next level or grow, expand into another location. Whatever that may be, there are many business owners that are in strategy mode right now. So, keeping that in mind, it's our obligation, knowing that, to no matter how busy how busy of a season it may be for all of us, to find some time to continue with our activity, to continue with the message, to continue with informing and educating who we are and how we can help as a local resource for these business owners in times of needing working capital, right? So I just wanted to share real quick uh, a quick question, a quick common question, which is, where should someone start to find clients, right? David Rutz made this post, and I thought it was great. I thought it was great because, man, we're all pursuing this business. We're all trying to help a business owner with their goals, with their financial goals, with their growth ideas, their strategies. So it's very important to understand that no matter how many business owner conversations you're having, just know at some point they're going to need you, right? At some point, it may not be now, but at some point they will need you. So it's our obligation to get the word out, to inform them and educate them. And this message David Rutz posted on the Facebook group, which I thought was fantastic, right? So it says, the question is, where should someone start to find clients? And the answer, he stated, in order of priority. Just like the business funding training says. Number one, inform your friends and family who own businesses. Okay, we may all have someone in our warm market circle, a friend or a family member that owns a business. But what happens if they don't own a business? What happens to all those friends and family members that we have in our contact list that don't own businesses? Well, we reach out anyway just to inform them or remind them, if you have already let them know, and just to let them know that, hey, we're helping a lot of business owners in this season. You may or may not have known, but I'm a business funding broker, and I just wanted to keep send you this message in case you may encounter a business owner in need of funding this time of season. It could be hard for them. They may not know where to get working capital, but just know that I can be a local resource for them if you know of anyone. Here's my information. Here's my website. Share along or send them my way, right? So that's if they don't have a business. Just sending out and reaching out to your warm market. And if they do have a business, a friend or family member, well, that's phenomenal, right? Because that's a warm market contact. The conversation is much more easier, and you're simply letting them know, if you haven't already, or reminding them and just letting them know about DAC, the Bank Breezy funding platform, and your help as a local funding broker in your area, how you can help them explore those options if or when that need ever arises. Number two, go social on all social networks with a quick video informing your friends and family who don't own businesses of your new DAC role and Bank Breezy's fit in the marketplace. But if you are a new broker, this is perfect to go social. Many of you have done this already, and I can't tell you how inspiring it is to see new brokers come on and do exactly what the training says, because that's what the results have shown with new brokers. They get their first, they help their first client, they receive their first client through their warm market, people they know that don't own businesses and that do own businesses, and then going social. And I've seen many of you do that, so congratulations to you. Now, let's just say if you have done that already, you created a quick video informing your friends and family who don't own businesses of your new DAC role. Doesn't matter. What you can do now is create a quick video of one of the funding stories of the day that we go through in the DAC huddles, right? There's some content, there's an example of a story you can share. It doesn't matter if it wasn't yours, but you can simply share the good news, the story of how someone in the company helped XYZ business. And you can go into how we help them, right? I forget, I can't recall the funding story of today because I did post a quick video today, but it was one of my clients. But if, for example, I think this business was a bakery, a bread distributor, and they needed working capital to continue their growth. They were growing at a rapid pace. And when you're growing at a rapid pace as a business owner, it's not like you have much working capital to work with because already you're already fueling your growth. So sometimes those businesses need additional funds to continue their growth pace. And that was the funding story of today. So you can go back and re-listen to that funding story today and use that story. And that's a quick video. Hey guys, we come alongside businesses to fuel their growth. As an example, as an example, today someone in our company was able to help uh, a a bread distributor secure. I think it was about 250 or 300,000. I have to go back to see what the amount was, but let's just say if it was 200,000. Hey guys, I just want to let you know we come alongside businesses when they need working capital to fuel their growth. As an example, today, someone in our company was able to help a bread distributor secure $200,000 to fuel their growth. They're growing at a rapid pace, and they needed working at a rapid pace, and they needed working capital to continue with their growth and to catch on to all the inventory and the things that are going on in the business. That's what we do. We help business owners with growth opportunities just like that. And that could be the end of the video, right? Nice, short, and a story behind the funding because that's what business owners can relate to. And if someone in your family sees that, oh, I actually know a distributor, or I know this person, or coincidentally, maybe someone on your social media is a business owner and they can relate with that video and that story, right? And they will keep you in mind if or when that need comes up. So go social, don't be, don't be concerned about how things come out. Gary V, you may or may not know him. He uses a lot of foul language, but he always preaches on just if you believe in what you do, how can you not let the world know? Right? If you believe in how good something is that you have to offer, if you understand and believe how beneficial this is for business owners, how this truly helps them, how can you not let the world know, right? What are we doing, right? So that's what a little bit what he goes into and says, just pick up your phone. Doesn't matter the background, doesn't matter how it comes out, because guess what? If you believe it, and we always train on this as well, if you believe it, truly believe it, your intention is going to resonate more than the words that come out of your mouth, right? So that's a little bit. One second, just wanted to see if everyone was muted. Perfect. Okay. That's what matters, the intention behind the message. So don't be afraid to film a quick or take a quick video. If you already presented yourself on social media in your new DAC role, you can do, which works tremendously, the funding stories of the day in our DAC huddles. And if you need a few, you can go back to the recording because most of them are recorded. You can find that at the DAC YouTube broker channel or in our Spotify channel for the DAC huddles. Number three, canvas as a customer your local area. This is crucial and so important. And I love seeing you guys and hearing that you're getting out there and canvassing your area as a customer in your local area. Canvas as a customer in your local area means you're a customer at that coffee shop, at that restaurant, at that pizzeria, at that retail store, at that beauty salon, at that nail salon, right? You are a customer, so you have spent money in that business. You are a client to them, and now you simply want to have a conversation with the owner, and the owner is going to be open to hearing what you have to say because you are a client. You spent money there. You supported their business. Now you want to support their business in another way, but you just want to get that message, that information out of, hey, by the way, I love you. Hey, John, I love your pizza, man. I come here, every week, but I'm not sure if know this. I wanted to share this with you. I'm actually a business funding broker. We help businesses with funding needs when they can't get it from the bank, and have growth ideas, sometimes, opportunities, or sometimes an even pinch situation. I just want to let you know, if or when you ever need access to working capital, just know that I'm here as a resource to help you explore those options. Just like that. And if you have your drop cards, like many of you do, if you don't print shop at the broker resource center, have your drop cards, you leave your drop card with them, right? And that drop card is like a little mini billboard, has all the information front and back. So Canvas as a customer in your local area, go into those businesses that you spend money, that you're a client, that you support, right? You're supporting those businesses frequently. Those businesses are a phenomenal place to start to introduce yourself and start getting the word out locally. Canvas your local market one street at a time. Phone, text, email, in person. This is number four. This is what you do after those introductions, those conversations you have with business owners that you're a client to. Just go pick a specific street in your town and say, all right, there's this business, there's five businesses here. The next hour, if it takes me 30 minutes, I'm going to do it. If it takes me an hour, I'm going to do it. I want these five businesses to know who I am, what it is I do, how I can help them, and I want to get to know their business. I want to learn a little bit more about their business. And that's what we call canvassing your local market, one street at a time. Once you've done that, you go on to across the street, right? Across all of those five businesses, there's another five businesses. Go there, and you do the same thing. The same intention is to inform and educate them and let them know who you are, how you can help, and also get to know about their business. You want to make sure that all those businesses, after you're done, know who you are, know who Marquita is, know who Natasha is, who Tony is, who Andre is, who Reggie is, who Teresa is, who Elizabeth is, right? Um, that's what you want to focus on. Pick an area, pick a street, pick a crossroad, strip mall, whatever it is. Pick that area and focus on getting the word out in that specific area and letting all of those businesses know. Once you've done that, go on to the next. And every conversation and every business you have a conversation with, whether it's in person, maybe you want to pick a street initially, and you do first off all in person, and then the businesses across the street, you reach out a phone call because you didn't have time, so you take pictures of all those businesses. You want to make sure you're getting the message out. If it's in person and walk-ins, that's the number one best option to do so, because there's nothing better than having a face-to-face conversation. But if you can't, a phone call, an email, that works. And then, obviously, if you, after that phone call or text message or email, you want to eventually have that walk-in to meet that business owner. So canvas your local market one street at a time, and that's what you want to focus on. Specific areas, and you want to have it as a goal that everyone in your town, every business owner in your town knows who you are, and that you are a local resource, that you are the business funding broker of that town. If your town is small, there's not a lot of businesses. Focus on the small amount of businesses that are in your town, because I know there's some people and that can be in a specific area where there's very little businesses. No worries. Focus on those businesses, knowing even better who you are, right? They're going to understand who you are as a business fund broker, how you can support them, how you can help them, and then pass on to a neighboring town. If you have to go to a neighboring town, go to the neighboring town where there's other businesses, where now the intention and the mission is to let all those businesses know who you are. Number five, networking your local chamber of commerce, BNI club, etc. This is fantastic. This is a place where you can network with local businesses and also local professionals in other spaces, other industries, right? Um, if you can search up your local chamber of commerce, I know these all usually have an investment involved in. If you're not able to, no worries. Reach out to your local chamber of commerce, see how you can support them, how you can be a part of it without paying. If they have any options for that, but if you are able to be a part of the local chamber of commerce, a BNI club, or networking club in your town, in your city, then I can't recommend it enough. There are so many brokers in DAC that do very well and have received several referrals through these type of networking chamber of commerce, BNIs, networking events and clubs in their area. So I couldn't suggest that as much as I could because I know how much potential and how much connecting and networking you can do there even if it's not with a business owner, with another professional in another space, you can network and then refer each other business, right? And also, DAC has a reimbursement if you if you receive a certain amount of funding through a chamber of commerce, they will reimburse you up to a certain amount for your chamber fee, your what you pay as a monthly chamber fee. So that's what DAC has. I don't have the specific number. I can get back to you on that, but I know that's fact. And then you do all of this, and you will eventually know 300 business owners. If you do all of this, you will eventually know 300 plus business owners, and it doesn't take much. In 1 hour, if you're out canvassing an area, 1 hour walk-ins, in 1 hour you can speak to 8 to 15 business owners in just an hour and a half of going out and canvassing an area. And as you have all of these conversations, as you're sending out text messages, emails, walk ins, you want to be very organized with your conversations and your contacts, your point of contacts. You want to have a CRM, you want to have an Excel, you want to have an old fashioned notebook to later pass on all that information to an Excel to a CRM, but you want to be organized with the businesses you're speaking to. You want to write the business name down. You want to write the business owner name down, the phone number, the email. And you want to be organized so you can nurture those relationships throughout time. And you will have 5 to 10 who need funding every month eventually, right? Um, I shared on today's call, there was a business that we were able to help on Friday. This was one of my clients. We helped him. It was a landscape and hardscape business, and we helped him secure $30,000. And this was a contact I had first conversation back in 2025 in February. Not 2025, 2024. Back in February of 2024, and I spoke to him for the first time. I reached out, and I'm many of you know, or if you don't, I'm down. I live down here in Argentina. I'm running my business down here in Argentina, and I reached out via phone call. And the first connection, the first conversation went phenomenal. But I know that in my mind, I know that many business owners may not need us right now. They may not have an opportunity or an idea, strategy to grow their business. And I would keep that in mind. And I kept reaching out and I kept nurturing that relationship throughout time. It took about 6 to 7 contacts. And within those contacts, there's, phone calls. I follow them on social media. So I comment on their posts. I like seeing the projects they're posting on social media, and also through text messages and emails. But I had 6 to 7 conversations from the first time to last week, which was Thursday. He reached out to me last Thursday, and I had reached out to him last month. He didn't need anything last month, but he called me on last Thursday, and he was able to apply. He has lots of projects coming up in this season, and he needed working capital. And he applied. He received an offer. He applied Thursday afternoon. He received an offer end of the day Thursday. Bank Breezy team sent him the offer, and Friday he accepted the offer and was funded on Friday. But I wanted to share that story just goes to show you the importance of not only having that initial conversation in this space with our market, with the business owners, but the importance of nurturing those relationships. And just like that, there's so many stories just like that of businesses that we've been able to help nurturing those relationships throughout time, whether it took 1 month, 3 months, 5, 8 months, a year, or 2 years, or 3 years, even 4 years. Um, doesn't we can't we don't know when they truly will have that need, but it's our duty, our obligation to nurture that relationship so they understand that we truly are that local resource, help them if or when the need for funding ever arises, right? So, and there's many cases, many stories where other brokers, and I count myself in as well, where I have a conversation where a broker has a conversation with a business owner, and a week passes by, they see an application submitted because that business owner remembered the conversation they had and they had a need for funding that following week or the next month or within a couple of weeks, right? Many stories like that. But just know that the mindset and the perspective to understand and to believe, and first of all, believe in what we have is phenomenal for business owners. Believe in who business owners are amazing rock stars. They are the front line of capitalism. They are entrepreneurs who took a risk with nothing guaranteed. Right? They took a massive risk, and they have employees they have to satisfy. They want to provide them with a huge, phenomenal employment. Business owners are risk takers. And when it comes to running the business, their options for funding are limited, right? That's the belief, guys. This is all in the training, but this is what we really have to talk ourselves into this frequently. Sometimes when we question ourselves or say what is it that we're doing, or maybe you encounter some conversations are not going well. We have to revisit our beliefs. And once we revisit our beliefs, we it doesn't matter what we say, right? We understand, okay, business owners are going to need this at some point. I have to let them know. What if they're going through something? What if you're about to walk into a business, you start saying, maybe this business doesn't need me. You never assume that. Assume that they may need you. If you're going to assume something, assume that that business owner may be going through something. I need to let them know that, hey, I'm here to help if or when this happens. If an opportunity comes across the table, you need working capital. If you want to grow and expand, you're in a tight pinch, I'm here to help. So we have to have that assumption. If when going out and speaking to business owners, whether it's in person, whether it's a phone call, but just wanted to share all of that with you guys because it's the step by step. What, where should someone start to find clients? Many of you are doing this. Many of you are getting after it. And all I can say for all of you who are getting after it, because you already are a certified broker and you're going through going through the steps of what the funding training says, just know, keep going, keep being persistent, keep getting the word out. Understand that there's business owners in your area that still don't know who you are. So keep getting the word out, keep informing, keep educating, and then continue to nurture those relationships. And it's going to be a time where they're going to be calling you. There's going to be a time where they're going to be texting you. Some of you have already experienced this. Just going out in your local market, you have had conversations and you've had applications that have been submitted. They haven't gone the way you wanted, maybe because they were smaller businesses that weren't doing enough revenue. Maybe they were disqualified for some reason. But guess what? That conversation led to an application. If that conversation leads to an application, unfortunately, the amount of applications that have gone through from conversations I've had and they haven't been qualified or they were declined, guess what? That's not in our control, right? Our control is getting the word out and informing. But if the activity I put in led to a possible application being submitted and led to an application being submitted, a possible funding offer to be presented, well, I just have to focus on the activity that brought me that result, right? I just have to focus on that activity. I have to do a lot more of it. So the outcome after an application goes through is not in our control. Yes, we can have a conversation and with the business owner pre-qualify a little bit, but at the end of the day, what's truly in our control is the activity, the effort, and the message that we're getting out on a day-to-day basis, right? And this is for all brokers, and this is to convey to brokers on your team as well. And the same goes with building a team, right? Same goes with building a team because there's going to be brokers that join your team, and there's going to be brokers that come here and do nothing. Maybe this is not for them. And you thought that broker was going to go out there and change the world and make an impact. But guess what? Maybe it just wasn't for them. Maybe this is a business they don't believe in, right? Maybe they have other things going on. So the same thing goes with building a team, building a brokerage. We want to continue to spread the word about this great opportunity because there's people out there praying for something just like this, praying for a business they can start with no investment. They don't lose anything if they don't do anything. If someone comes on here, it's DAC, and comes onto your team, and they don't do anything, guess what? You can go to sleep at night, no problem, because guess what? That person did not lose a dime. But that person may come into your team and may go out there and serve 20 businesses in the next year and make a huge impact in the local community, right? And guess what? They're going to be happy. You provided them with an opportunity. They're going to be able to provide for their families or whatever financial goals they have. And guess what? You, as the enroller, you also be in position, you will benefit from the efforts, right? So there's people out there praying for opportunities just like this. But guess what? We can't control what someone's going to do if they come into the business, they come onto your team. All we can do is control the activity of spreading the word. That's our effort. That's our activity, spreading the word, telling people about this amazing business because there's people that need something or looking for something just like this right now. So, guys, I'm going to end it there with the message for today. I hope this helped. I get fired up every time I share this because I truly, throughout time, I've really come to terms of how beneficial this is. I've seen how we've been able to fund businesses and help them grow through personal experience and other brokers getting out there. I've seen myself financially, how I've been able to benefit and by serving and helping business owners, how I've been able to benefit myself financially and also helping brokers as well serve their market and seeing how they've been able to benefit financially and also how I earn on efforts from brokers that are doing exactly what it is they want to do, what they're trained on and helping them succeed. So this is an amazing business, guys, amazing, and it's going to continue to grow, and the teams are going to continue to grow, and the impact is going to continue to grow. So I hope this message helped today, just to uh, fuel us going into the holiday season, holiday week, Christmas right around the corner, New Year right around the corner. So if anyone has a question, wants to discuss something in specific in regards to what we spoke about today, or anything at all, I would love to answer any questions or hear any comments. Maybe some of you are out there had a great experience today or over the weekend. I'd love to hear any feedback from you guys tonight.
I just wanted to say, Nick, I appreciated when you said that, if we're giving somebody our money, as a service, and I ran that two different times today, and the people were really happy about me sharing what I was doing as well with them. Um, you never know what they're going to say, but it's worth that effort to put it out there and put your information out there to them.
There you go, Terry. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the comment. And as you know, Terry, you are one of the examples as well of the simple activity, what it takes, getting the word out locally, and you had a result that wasn't wasn't what the business owner expected at the time because he didn't qualify. But guess what? That business owner's not off the table. He's going to be reapplying and re-exploring these options once he's depositing into a business checking account, right? He's a future potential client. He's still on the table, but that result came from one conversation that you had going out in your local market. And there's several examples just like that. I know I saw Reggie on here. Reggie again, another great example of reaching out to his community, so his people in his community, and someone that he knows personally that has a business, has an organization, and was able to share the information about business funding and also payment processing. And this is a potential payment processing client. We don't know, but I just wanted to share that because it shows your market is where you want to start and where your first clients are going to come from, right? You want to spread the word locally. Everyone wants a deal local, and you want to be a part of that community. And if you, like I said, if there's a small community, very small where you live, well then focus on get on that. Even though it's a small community, focus on getting the word out and letting them know who you are, and then pass on to a neighboring community and continue on just like that. Thank you, Terry. Any other comments or questions? If not, we'll bring this to an end, guys. All right, all right. I see there's some of the comments here. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you guys for the great kind words. I'm glad it helped. All right, all right, guys. Reggie, I also, if you're still on, Reggie, not sure, but I did recognize you for the two new brokers you brought on in the last week, my friend. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. That's
You
just the
bet.
beginning. We'll keep going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, guys, I don't see anything else. We'll bring this to an end, and we'll see you all on tomorrow's DAC huddle, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. 11:30 a.m. Eastern. DACZoom.com. DACZoom.com. 11:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, and I'll see you all on the call tomorrow. And rock and roll, guys. Let's make tomorrow a phenomenal day. Let's focus on some activity tomorrow. We have the call, but let's focus on some message, some information we can get out there to a business owner or to a potential broker. Tomorrow is the 23rd, so don't hang up the towel tomorrow. Just let's whatever the activity can be, even if it's one conversation, even if it's 3, 5, whatever you can do with all the things going on this time of the week. If you can fit something in tomorrow to accomplish something, to have a small win, that just continues to back up the momentum that you have been building already. So I'll close with that, guys. God bless. You have a great rest of your night, great rest of your evening. Rest up. See you guys tomorrow. God bless.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
Nick.